Hello viewers, welcome back. Today I got here my SUR Light BX, and I'm going to be installing a 54.2 Sprocket. So let's get to it.
Today I'm installing the 54.2 Sprocket. This install will be the same no matter what size of sprocket you're installing. If you're going bigger, you'll probably need a chain. For this install, I'm going to need a chain tool, some wrenches, a ratchet with a 17 mil, a 6 mil Allen key, a flathead or a chisel, a hammer, an angle grinder, and some grease. I'll include a link to the supplies and a few of my favorite tools in the description below.
The first thing I'm going to do is take my ratchet and 6 mil Allen key and remove the rear wheel.
Remember to keep your wheel spacers separate. They are different from left to right. Next, I'm going to remove the chain. There's a master link right here. I'm going to take my pry tool and my hammer, hit that master link. It's going to pop off, and then this link will push out. Make sure you put all 4 O-rings back on your master link and put it back together if you're planning on reusing your chain someday.
Now we're going to take our 6 mil Allen key and remove the old sprocket. Now I'm going to set my new sprocket in place. Install the original bolts with plenty of blue Loctite. Then tighten them down, and if you have a torque wrench, torque them to 20 foot-pounds. If you're enjoying this one and finding it useful, make sure you hit that subscribe button and smash that thumbs up. It goes a long way to helping out the channel.
Before I reinstall the rear wheel, I'm going to go ahead and clean all these parts, get all that dirt, grime, and old grease out of there, and put a fresh coat on, and then we'll reinstall the wheel.
I'm going to put a little bit of fresh grease on the seals of my wheel and on the axle, and then I'm going to reassemble everything the way it came off.
Make sure your rear caliper is aligned with the stud on the back side of the swing arm. It should be locked in place and not move back and forth at all.
Next, I'm going to take my 10 mil wrench and loosen off the chain adjusters on both sides.
Okay, now I got the adjusters screwed all the way in, so the chain will be at its loosest position when I install it. This will give us plenty of room to adjust as the chain gets older and wears in.
Okay, now I'm going to feed the new chain through. Over top of the sprocket, swing arm, around the front sprocket. Make sure we go over top of our foot peg support bar, and then around the rear sprocket again.
Now that I have the chain ran through, I'm going to push the rear wheel forward, pull the chain tight into its tightest position, and lock it into the rear sprocket. Now I need to choose a spot to cut. This lines up perfectly, but I can't cut here because I won't be able to combine this link with that link. What I need to do is let it out one more link, like so. Now this link here is the one I'm going to cut, and I'll be able to combine that link with that link. To remove this link, I first need to grind down these 2 studs. You can use a bench grinder, an angle grinder, or a pneumatic grinder, like I'm going to do. As you can see, I've flattened the studs on this link. Now I can get my chain tool and push it apart. The chain tool is pretty simple. I'm just gonna open it up, lock it onto the link, and then screw it in, pushing the link out. Now we're gonna install the new master link. Now I'm going to put the bike on the ground and set the chain tension. I'm going to take my 10 mil wrench and back the adjusters out evenly on both sides to get the proper chain tension. It's about 1.5 inches of chain slack. Once you got your chain tension close, take something like a cloth, jam it in your chain and your sprocket, roll your bike forward. This will pull all the tension out of your chain and axle. Now tighten the axle up. Take out the cloth and double check the chain tension. That's looking pretty good. Now I just need to tighten up the adjusters and the double check and make sure everything's tight. Remember to check the tension as the chain gets worn in after a few rides. But after that, we're all done. Not much left to do, but go and try it out. If you want me to do a video on the top speed of the bike with this new sprocket, let me know in the comments below, and I'll do so. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click up here to check out the next video. This has been my sprocket and chain install on the SUR Light BX. Ride safe.